Hello and welcome to Nano Yoga. My name is Nanako and I'm a yoga teacher in Miyako, Japan. It's been a really sunny day here. It's February, we're into the peak of winter and fingers crossed for more powder on the way. So, I also teach yoga classes in Akakura Onsen, so if you're here for holiday, check it out. Check out my classes, information below. So today's lesson is a hip opening class for skiers. I certainly found that when I've skied, I don't really ski as much as I used to, but my hips get really tight, my back hurts, so I thought I'd do a nice hip opening session today. And if you like this video, subscribe or press the like button too. And if you have Instagram, I'm on nano.yoga. And finally, if you would like this sequence in a PDF document, link is below and you can get it straight into your inbox and you can practice this anytime because let's be honest, Wi-Fi in the mountains is pretty dodgy, or has been for my case anyway. So let's get started. So I'm going to get onto the middle of the mat here and I'm just going to press both feet underneath my butt, and here you're going to get into a nice wide-legged position. I'm going to start with a really calming pose. So bringing both hands down onto the mat, I'm going to press a little bit on the palms, bringing the forehead down. If your butt is higher up and your head isn't quite touching, that is not a problem. We're not using props today because this is to be done anywhere quickly on a clean floor. So staying here, if you're a little bit stiff today, if you're alright, just get your bum all the way down and your forehead down on the floor. So we'll do about 3 more breaths here. And inhaling, we're going to come up, bring the palms down beneath you, and we're going to bring the palms a little bit more strength in there, feet behind, maybe a little bit more behind, bring your hands a bit more forward, hopefully you can see me in the frame of the video, and you're going to get into a downward facing dog, so bending both knees down here, and making the torso nice and long. You're going to bend the knees here, so this is kind of a beginner way to do it, so you bend the knees, bringing the chest down towards the mat, relax the head so you can look in between those feet. Or if you do quite a lot more yoga and you'd like to get a little bit more of the hamstring stretch there, so this is full body stretch, but bringing both heels down towards the mat, but still with the chest down towards the mat too. So you kind of opposite forces pulling yourself down. It's about 3 more breaths here. So from down dog, bring the left leg up towards the sky, so 3-legged dog, but we're actually going to transition. Bring the left foot forward, right foot, heel, high up from the mat, and hands up towards the sky. We're going to get into high lunge here. So here, you're going to bring the knee nice and straight, and here you're going to bring the hips about the same sort of straightness as your shoulders, so nice and forward, hands up towards the sky, about 5 more breaths here. And then inhaling, we're going to bring both hands down, we're going to get back into the down dog. That's just a transitional pose, so left foot back into down dog. We're going to go to the right side, so right foot up and above you, and then it's going to swing forward. So here, if that's not quite possible, you can always use your hand on the back of the right knee, bring your foot forward, left heel is off the mat, and using your balance, you're going to come up, hands by your side, and here, same thing, hips nice and forward, nice and straight, shoulders down, hands by your side, and next I'm going to inhale, hands up towards the sky, 5 more breaths. One more breath here, and then exhale, bring both hands down onto the floor. And what we're going to do is bring the left knee down, you're going to bring the left foot out, and bring the right foot towards the right side. We can get into lizard pose, so this is pretty intense. So here you're going to bring the right foot kind of almost borderline onto the corner of the mat. If you don't have a mat, just a little further than hip width. So if I need to show you, so you're about here. So, I'm just going to get back. So, right foot's out into lizard pose. I'm just going to get ready. So here, left palm down onto the mat. You're going to bring the right foot a little bit further out, the knee out. You're just going to bring both hands down, so you can always use your fingertips. If you've got some sort of chair nearby, you can always use here. You really want to feel it in the hips. Doesn't matter how far down you go. I'm going to stay about here. I'm going to just press both my fingertips down on the floor. So about 3 more breaths here. One more breath. And then next, we're going to bring the right foot back and we're going to go to the other side. So here from the tabletop position, bring the left leg forward, and here again, it's going to be about almost to the edge of your yoga mat. You're going to bring yourself up, so if your hands flat or both fingertips on the floor. You're going to bring your left foot sort of flat, but the left knee sort of pointing outwards. So here, you're going to stay here. You are more than welcome to go lower, but for here, for now, this is trying to be more like a beginner's sort of sequence, accessible for all. So I'm going to stay here for about another 3 breaths. So one more breath here. And as you inhale, we're going to bring that left foot in towards the center, and then we're going to bring the left hand just on the other side of the left foot, and we're going to go backwards. So butt towards the back of the room, and you're going to point that left foot and the toes up towards the sky, and then if you need to, you can bend that left knee, or if you can, just straighten it a little further. But knees bent is fine. I mean, even with my knee bent here, I can really feel it in the back of my hamstring. But here, what I'd like you to do is to straighten the hip. So left hip back a little bit, right hip forward. Oh man, yeah, you'll feel it. So a bit of a hamstring puller here. Final breath. And then inhaling, we're going to bring that left foot back flat, but here we're going to press the palms down, get back into our tabletop and do this on the other side. So right foot forward, if you need to use your hand, you can bring it forwards. And then here you're going to press both palms down on the floor, fingertips. You can bring that right foot back up towards the sky, and the right knee is going to go straight. And here again, just going to check here about the length that you need, but what you want to essentially do, I'm going to go a bit more forward. I'm going to press that left hip back, the right hip a bit more forward. And straightening the back out, chest open. A few more breaths here. Final breath here, and then inhale, we're going to bring that foot nice and flat and get back into our tabletop position. And from this tabletop position, you're going to bring the left knee in and up towards your left wrist, and then the left foot is going to go towards your right wrist. Oh, I always get these confused. So right foot's going to go behind, or right leg even, and here you're going to get into your pigeon pose. So here, pretty deep hip opener, you can feel it right in that left glute. So here you can point your finger or your fingertips down, get yourself nice and high, and you can go lower if you'd like to, but here for now I just want to show you the way. Just, we're going to stay here not for too long, and then left hip doesn't have to crush down onto the floor. You want it nice and high, and here press that left hip back, right hip forward, so in alignment with those shoulders, nice and straight, and about 3 more breaths here. Final breath here. Putting the palms flat on the floor, we're going to get back into our tabletop position, and we're going to go to the other side. So right knee to your right wrist and right foot to the left wrist, and then you're going to bring that leg back behind you, and here you're going to have, so it's a bit easier to see on this side, so you're going to have your hip nice and high. If you need to, you can put something underneath like a cushion or a block or pillow, guess the same thing. Hands down on the floor, pressing your chest forward. So here again, right hip back a little bit, left hip forward. Nice. And just do a few more breaths here. Final breath. And then placing both palms down onto the mat. And you're going to bring the right knee back. And here I'm just going to face you guys. We're going to bring both feet down onto the mat. And here depends on your body, but here you can stay where you are about here. And if your heels are lifted, that's no problem. But here you want to straighten the back out. And here you're going to bring both palms to the front. And if this is enough, this is enough. If you'd like to go a little further, you bring the feet down flat. If you are a lady and you wear high heels, you might feel that your arch is very tight, no problem. And then you're going to press those elbows in the nook of your knees, and then you're going to bring both palms together nice and flat. In my yoga classes here, I like to call it old Japanese man smoking pose, which makes people laugh. But you actually do see a lot of people smoking like this, which is good, doing a bit of yoga and smoking. So here, another 3 breaths. Final one. Let those hands go, bring your butt down, cross those legs, and that's it. So that was your quick hip opener poses, 7 poses for hip opening. This was your 7 poses hip opening yoga class for skiers. So if you'd like to download this as a PDF into your inbox, you're more than welcome to below, so you can actually do this again or for longer. This was a pretty quick class just to sort of introduce to it. And if you like this video, make sure to like it, thumbs up, and subscribe. I'll be making more of these videos as I go along for both skiers and snowboarders. I'm a skier at heart perhaps, but I'm now a snowboarder. Maybe I shouldn't have told you that. So thank you so much for watching this. If you come to Miyoko, come and say hi. ありがとうございました. Thank you.